The reasons of appraisal are compensation, that is we have to pay for performance, job performance improvements, feedbacks to the subordinates, documentation for decision, goal setting, promotion decisions, identify training needs and human resource planning. Now, the primary uses of performance appraisals. These figures say that small organizations use 80% of the appraisal system results, the results of performance appraisal, 80% of performance appraisal results, okay, are used to decide the compensation. Large organizations use 66.7%. All organizations in general, small and large, use 75% for getting the compensation decisions to really put the policy across or to decide on the compensation of the employees. They use 75%. And when it comes to feedback 40%. Approximately 40% of the performance appraisal system results contribute to feedback. Performance improvement contribute to 46 in small and 53%. So when it comes to promotion, this performance appraisal system only is used. That contributes to 26% and 22%. When it comes to training, 5.1% and 9.4%. So these are the figures which shows the uses of performance appraisal and its percentage contribution in these areas. Transfer. Performance appraisal is used to decide on transfer decisions in small organizations 8.1% and in large 6.1%. So that is how it goes. So when it comes to manpower planning, very less manpower planning, the performance appraisal doesn't contribute much. It contributes only 0.7% in small, and in large of course it contributes to 2.8%. So this is nothing but the figures tell you how far the performance appraisal results which are done in the organization contribute to these aspects, to the factors or to the factors or the so-called compensation, performance improvement, how it really on overall basis, how it really effectively contributes to the human resource department and to the organization as a whole. Who performs the appraisal? Is it immediate supervisor? Yes, all these people perform the appraisal. Who performs? Who does the appraisal? On whom? Who is that person who rates his subordinate? Immediate supervisor does the appraisal. He is an appraiser. Higher management also does it. Self-appraisal is also encouraged in some organizations. Peers, co-workers also do this appraisal. Evaluation teams, customers, and a 360-degree appraisal system is also exists in most of the organizations. Supervisor appraisal. Performance appraisal done by an employee's manager and often reviewed by a manager at one level higher. There is a subordinate, there is a manager. The employee, the subordinate's performance is being reviewed by the manager. Performance appraisal done by an employee's manager. And often it has been done by the employee's manager. But who reviews it? Who really looks into it again? Often reviewed by a manager at one level higher. There are some senior clerk and junior clerks. Officer always does the appraisal. He is the appraiser for his clerks who are working under him. Self-appraisal. This is nothing but the employee, he himself checks the level of competences he possesses, the skill, knowledge level. Has he achieved the target according to the target that was fixed on him? Why he could not achieve? Why? What does he feel about his performance and contribution to the organization are self-appraised by the employee itself. So performance appraisal done by the employee being evaluated generally on an appraisal form completed by the employee prior to the performance review. Before the performance review, all the employees are given an appraisal form in which he has all these columns. What are those things that you really possess which are not used for this job, the behavior, the technical competencies which are used in this job, do you really require training, or what is your idea about the target? Is it a measurable, achievable target which has been imposed? How much you were able to achieve? What are the reasons that you could not achieve the fixed target by the manager? Why? What strengths and weaknesses of the employee, and what are his other potential aspects that could be groomed or which are not used by this particular job? All these things are given in the form, and that is, this appraisal is done by the employee. That is, a self-appraisal form is being given and the employee fills it up and gives to the HR department before the performance review.